So let's analyze this theory a little bit further. There are 4 occasions when we see the mystery girl, who we assumed is the same person as Nora West Allen, who introduced herself in the final episode of the season. However, as we can see, they very specifically had this girl's hair plaited and hanging over her left shoulder, clearly showing the length of her hair. However, in the final scene of season 4, her hair is much shorter and she has highlights. So if we assume that the girl that we met at Barry and Iris's wedding, the girl who bought coffee for Cisco and Ralph, spilled coffee on Harry and Caitlin, and bought a wedding present for Cecile is not this girl, i.e. she's not Nora West Allen, then we can possibly assume that this is actually Dawn, the identical twin of Nora. So if we go on the assumption that this is not Nora and perhaps her identical twin Dawn, let's analyze some of the evidence which could support this.
So was this when you let me borrow it? I'm your daughter, Nora, from the future. It's funny, you know, you get nervous, you get the jitters, you go for coffee, and the caffeine acts as a stimulant, which makes you shaky, which could also be known as...
the jitters.
Exactly. You two, total strangers. You know we're short on cash, and then someone just steps out of the blue and helps out in a totally random way, am I right?
Nora clearly speaks a lot slower than her sister Dawn, even giving a long when Caitlin, Ralph, and Wally recognize her, questioning if she is the girl that they saw. Interestingly, she doesn't admit to being the server at the wedding or the coffee girl. The only question she answers is around how she got the jacket and who she actually is. It's possible that she doesn't want to get into the complexity of explaining having a twin at this stage, and she probably understands the shock of introducing herself as, "Hey, I'm your daughter from the future," is enough for now without having to explain, "Hey, you know what? You got 2 daughters from the future. They're identical and they're speedsters." Rather concentrating on introducing herself and explaining that she's made a big mistake. The other compelling evidence that they are twins is what Barry says when he comes out of the Speed Force in episode 1.
We're gonna need more diapers.
Diapers.
We're gonna need more diapers. Now that would be something that you would say if you're having twins, if you weren't expecting them. Despite what Iris may have said in the finale, I think that she is already pregnant with Nora and with Dawn. And I think that the way that Barry and Iris are gonna find out that Nora actually has a sister is possibly in the doctor's office when they're doing an ultrasound and they see twins, leading Barry or Iris possibly to say,
"We're gonna need more diapers."
So I think that these 2 people, although identical in appearance except for their hair, are in fact different people. The show definitely went to a lot of trouble to show quite a strong distinction in mannerisms between Nora and Dawn, assuming that they follow the naming in the comics. And I think it could be quite a nice twist. I would admit that it's also possible that they're showing Nora with a different hairstyle to show that perhaps some time has passed since the events of her helping Barry with the sonic punch. In other words, that Nora has gone to the future and lived there with the consequences of what she did.
It's the principle of infinite consequence at work in our lives. And it's always expanding, creating positive sums on an infinite basis. Isn't that amazing?
And her talking slower could also be explained by the fact that now she's depressed about the mistake that she's made. However, if the show is going to go the twins route, following the comics, and I think that that's pretty much a certainty because of the "we're gonna need more diapers" line, I think that it's more likely that Nora has an identical twin sister, Dawn. So after looking at this evidence, what do you think? Do you think that Nora has an identical twin sister, Dawn? I personally think they are, but hey, this is just a theory. Let's discuss in the comments below. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like it and then share it. And please subscribe to the channel and enable notifications to make sure that you don't miss out on any crafty media content. Thanks a lot for watching. Cheers for now.